In other news tonight, 2 people injured in the FedEx mass shooting are joining family members of one of the people killed to call for compensation from the city.
News 8's Demi Johnson is live in the newsroom. Demi, these victims are asking for $2.1 million.
Yeah, a letter News 8 received from the group's attorney says the claims were filed because of the city's failure to file a red flag case against the shooter. The amount listed in the letter would be divided among 3 people named in the claim. Brandon Hull, the man accused of shooting and killing 8 people at a FedEx facility in April, never had a red flag hearing, even after his mother called police more than a year before the shooting, warning them her son might commit suicide by cop. The state's red flag law allows police to take guns from people who show warning signs of violence. During a media briefing following the mass shooting, Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears explained his office did not have the evidence to file a red flag case against Hull. He also pointed to loopholes in the law that allow people to still purchase firearms.
So we're left with the situation we have one incident. He was treated by mental health professionals. They didn't civilly commit him. They didn't prescribe him any additional medication, and he was cut loose. We need a larger and longer timeline where we're able to make these types of hearings. We want to make decisions based on the best evidence available to us.
Fast forward 6 months, a lawyer representing several members of the Sikh community who are either victims or family members of victims sent a letter to Indianapolis city attorneys. The letter is the first step in filing a formal lawsuit. The claims say IMPD failed to submit an affidavit after a gun was taken from Hull last year, and the prosecutor's office didn't petition for a red flag hearing. In an email, the group's attorney tells News 8, "We are statutorily required to provide adequate notice to the city of Indianapolis and Marion County within a certain time period to protect our clients' rights if they decide to move forward with a lawsuit related to last April's tragedy. Accordingly, we submitted this notice of claims last month to meet that obligation. We remain in close conversation with our clients about their injuries and ongoing need as we continue to chart the course forward and work on these matters." The claim letter details physical and psychological injuries suffered by the victims, Harpreet Singh, Lakhwinder Kaur, and Gurinder Bains. The letter says Singh was shot in the head and his injuries have led to hospitalization, multiple surgical procedures, extensive rehabilitation, inability to work at full capacity, and continued physical and psychological injuries. It goes on to say Kaur was injured when a bullet grazed her arm. The letter says she was standing behind Bains' father, Jaswinder Singh, when he was shot and killed, and because of it, she now suffers from psychological distress. The letter says Bains is seeking compensation on behalf of his father's estate. I reached out to both Mayor Joe Hogsett and Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears for comment. A spokesperson from each of their offices said they do not comment on tort claims. Reporting in the newsroom, Demi Johnson, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.